What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I got my camera now. I actually was streaming with it, so if you have not seen my stream, go check it out. Same as the YouTube. Uh, but pretty much today's video is really going to be about, obviously, I'm recording this, if you guys want to know, really, 8 o'clock on the day of April Fool's. So you probably won't see this till tomorrow, or for you today, obviously. But today I'm going to be talking about the free agents that we picked up this offseason. So far, how I feel as a Packer fan. I feel like this isn't like, I'll tell you one thing. When I ever do a video based on, like something based on these, free agents or something, I'm not saying, okay, this is what I think they're going to, like actual going off stats and stuff like this. Just like, in my opinion, without looking up the stats, without looking at that, that's going to be the kind of YouTuber I am. A lot of YouTubers, they like to, look into it, and then start talking about it so you don't get hate for it or something. I could take the hate, and I always ask for opinions to other people. What do you think about this signing? And also, down below, what's your favorite signing so far this offseason for your team? I'll obviously get to it, later in the video. But first, anyway, let's get on to the first signing that we had here, and it was Kristen Kirksey. This signing, I didn't really see until I actually went on to the NFL Instagram. I didn't really see that well because I think it was the second day. No, it wasn't the second day. It was the third day. I actually had my Twitter opened up, looking at everything that came out, every news, everything like that, knowing who's gonna be picked up. So and a lot of things. If you want me to talk about just free agency in general, what was my favorite parts of it, I can make that video. Also down below, if you have any idea what I should do, watch certain videos or react to some kind of Packer stuff, comment it down below. I'll do it. I'm trying to get more into this kind of recording way instead of doing rebuilds. I still will release rebuilds. Don't worry about that. If you are at this channel because of rebuilds, don't unsubscribe and go somewhere else, because I am not going away from that. I'm just taking a little break to try something new, and hey, if it doesn't work out, I'll go back to rebuilds. So the first person we're obviously going to talk about today is Kristen Kirksey. This player, he played for the Browns for a couple seasons. I think, he did get injured last season, so he's an injury-prone kind of player. I really don't know what he's bringing to this team. Probably, a decent tackler. I'm pretty sure he's a decent tackler. But obviously, I don't think he's going to be the future of that middle linebacker position. I was talking to a friend of mine not too long ago, and he's really into, he's a big Packer fan. And he's, looking at the draft, looking at this, seeing all these different players we should draft, And I obviously ain't like that, I just go on with, whoever we pick and stuff like that, and don't really look into a draft. But anyway, pretty much he was talking about, some other players we should go for. I can't remember them now, but, there's some good linebackers that might slip in the draft, that we could take at that selection. I think in the draft we should definitely go middle linebacker or receiver. Obviously we signed another free agent receiver, but I don't, but anyway, I think we should definitely. I feel like with the first, our first pick, obviously it matters who falls, but I feel like, they have us taking a receiver. A lot of people do, but if there's a good linebacker that's still there, I would not mind us taking a linebacker, just for the purpose of Kirksey. Who knows what he's going to be for this team. We signed him to, I think, a 2-year deal worth $8 million a year. I'm pretty sure. And I feel like he's going to come in. Yeah, he's going to do his job. I feel like he's probably going to be better than Blake Martinez. I might say that. Blake Martinez was literally a guy that just came in. I really had no problems with him. The only thing I hated about him is The only thing this man can do is tackle. Not saying he couldn't do other shit, but you didn't see it that often. But I do give him props, as a Packer fan. He has made some clutch plays. I'll give him that. He's an average middle linebacker that shouldn't have got paid by, the team that he got picked up to. He just got paid too much. And we didn't want to pay him, and I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad we did not pay him that much money. But anyway, Christian, obviously I should be talking about Christian here. But Christian, I think he'll bring more to this team than Blake Martinez did. Hopefully, I saw a little bit of highlights on him, little, didn't really see that much. Just seeing some, some like news, or not news, some of the NFL, thing, or some NFL thing where when they signed him, they were showing like, stuff in the background, as gameplay. Or not gameplay, highlights. And pretty much I saw a little bit of it. He's a great tackler in my opinion. And I think he'd bring more to this team. There's not much I would say about him because obviously we don't know a lot about him because he's obviously injury prone. So we really don't know what he would bring to this team completely, only if you really, really looked into his game. So let's go on to the next player here. This player right here. Obviously he played in Detroit last year. I have no problem with that, I don't care if he's a decent player, it's business, Just because you play with a rival, I'm not going to take you in with open arms to our team. It doesn't matter. What I really hated, and it's really off topic, but it's talking about offensive linemen, I hated like all our good offensive linemen before went to our rivals. I thought that was just really weird. But anyway, I'm gonna get off that topic. But anyway, this is the signing we replaced our old right tackle. Yeah, right tackle. What's this guy's name? Ragnar. Rick Ragnar. And I don't know really much about this guy. I don't watch a lot of tackles. I don't really watch offensive linemen. There's not, but Detroit was a really shitty team last year. There is some bright spots to that Detroit team. I'm not sure. He's a little older, you put him in a little nice contract for how old he is. Hopefully, how I feel about it, if you can at least keep Aaron on his feet and let Aaron do his thing, you're a good player to me, I feel like, in my eyes. Obviously, some other Packer fans, some, NFL fans in general, think otherwise. Be like, oh, you got to do more in this, more in this, more in this. In my opinion, if you give Aaron some time, if you hold your guy, obviously don't get a holding, or some shit like that. Play normal, block him, don't let him through, let Aaron, do his magic, then you're cool. But yeah, this signing, I don't really want to talk about that much, just for the purpose of, he's on offensive lineman. Nothing. I'm not saying offensive lineman ain't important either. I just don't know much about him. Like, only if I've actually watched, some I've actually seen, where I'm like, okay, I know this offensive lineman. Wagner, to be completely honest, I didn't actually know he was in the league. Funny enough, I knew he was in. Actually, that's a lie. I did know he was in the league because of Madden, but I never noticed him, at all. Because obviously he was on Detroit for a couple of years. So obviously me doing rebuilds kind of made me notice a lot of other players I know now that I didn't know before. But pretty much, yeah, I think he's a decent signing just to, warm it up and get it done and over with. I think he's a decent signing for this team. Hopefully he can come in and do some nice things for this team. And, yeah, simple as that, He's a great signing. And to go on to the last signing we did later in the free agency. We signed him, I think, to just a 1-year deal. Devin Funchess, I like Devin Funchess, Obviously he played for Carolina last year. He played for the Colts. Yeah, played for Colts for I think a year. Yeah, he got another 1-year deal. I like this signing. It brings another big body receiver. Obviously, he won't wear number um, 20 or 17. Just just for the purpose of it's Devontae's number. Makes sense. Pretty much Devontae or not Devontae. Why am I here talking about Devontae? I'm not sure what number he'll wear. I could care less, what number he wears. But yeah, I think Devin Funchess, it brings a big body receiver into Green Bay. If he does his job, like in my opinion, when it comes to Green Bay receivers, you need to learn from Aaron, like how to run. Like if you look at Aaron, a lot of these rookies, obviously I'm just saying a lot of these rookies that I've seen in the past, they got better. They got better obviously through the season. But if you see like some receivers that I've noticed, just from, I'm not sure that all the teams do this. I bet, they do. But one thing I do notice about the Packers a lot is when they do run plays and stuff like that, like, yeah, you do your route, but if let's say Aaron's run to the right, you forget your route and get your ass open. Simple as that, Excuse my language. I try my best not to cuss that much, but it does come out sometimes. But sometimes they don't get open, And hey, bringing Funchess to this team might just spark up this offense. And hey, I like it. I wanted us to sign a receiver. Actually, I wanted us, like, if you watched my video on YouTube, or obviously you're on YouTube, if you watch my video of the 3 top signings I want to see, obviously we didn't get none of them. I'd say the number one I really wanted, obviously if you can go check them out, go check them out. But one of them on that list, I'll let it go, was Randall Cobb. I liked Randall Cobb coming back into this team. I still feel like I would have liked him on this team. Brings back a same face that he used to be on this team. And, he knows the system and all that, and he knows how Aaron Rodgers plays. Simple as that. Makes sense. But, yeah, that's one thing I kind of wanted to see back on this team. But, hey, whatever. He signed, I think, a 2-year deal with Houston. Good job, man. Go make your money over there. Chances are probably number 1 receiver, if not, the other guy. But, anyway, but pretty much... Devin Funchess, I like Devin Funchess as signing it brings in a big body receiver that can actually, like as long as he, because I'm really thinking about this right now, and I'm like, if he can learn, I think, he needs to hit up Aaron, maybe in the off season, get that connection going, and hopefully he makes this offense a little more better because we needed this offseason, and obviously we can still get in the draft. That's why I said, okay, we should also go for receiver, even if we pick up Devin Funchess. So if Devin Funchess doesn't pan out, hopefully the rookie can pan out. So, and if they don't both pan out, then, well, there you go. But yeah, pretty much. We just needed somebody to take off the heat off of Devontae because, obviously a lot of number 1 corners are usually on Devontae. You need that second guy or at least a third or even a third or just somebody else out there that can take the heat off Devontae. Because look at what Devontae's doing even with that heat. He's still making these catches. He's still getting open. So imagine if they're starting to double team Devontae, that's giving more room to the other 2 receivers on the field. Obviously, there's a lot of people on the field, so you can't just say, oh, okay, that means you're going to be wide open. No. One player I did like, and a friend of mine obviously started talking about, was I think it's something Jefferson. Obviously, you guys know it. I think it's I don't want to say some random thing, but it's something Jefferson. It's a receiver coming in this year's draft. I don't mind him if he gets drafted by us. I would like him on this team. Come on. His quarterback's going number 1 to the, Bengals. Joe Burrow. Justin Jefferson. That's who it is. Justin Jefferson. Sorry, I had that come to my head. But also there's some talks about, what he's going to be and stuff like that. But I'm not going to worry about that. If you want to see me, reacting or like talking about maybe or maybe some draft people in a video, okay, comment down below and I'll do it. I'm always open for options. Down below, tell me the team or what you want me to react to. In a way, just for the purpose of of a video sake. Because I'm always up for it. But anyway, obviously we've signed obviously littler guys that obviously will help out the team through practice squad and fill in some spots. I'm not gonna really talk about a lot of those guys, but if you want me to, I know we did sign some couple guys. I will. But obviously all you guys on this team or on this YouTube ain't Packer fans, so I thought okay, I could talk about also your guys' teams. Like hey, do a video based on the Panthers free agents or something, just something like random like that, I guess. Where like you want to hear my opinion on your team signings or just whatever. But down below, I'm always open to answering and reacting to videos you guys want me to react to, or just signings like this. And but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and also go check out my Twitter and my Twitch, just for the purposes I do stream on Twitch. Right now I've always been just reacting to videos for now until I get some stuff to maybe, because I do want to do gaming on my Twitch, but I just don't have the right equipment to actually stream gaming on my PlayStation yet. So there might be some time, I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.